how is it going today? Once again, we are back on the Broken Crowns podcast. Teleprompter dictator unity will be enforced. Now, the last time we had managed to make it all the way to the 17-minute mark before I had to fucking say, screw this shit. I'm getting bored. But someone did want a little sequel to it, so as I said, if someone did say in the comments section below that they would love nothing more than a part 2 to this, I will be a man of my word, and I will give it to them. And so, here we are now, with part 2 of me talking about this absolute 3-hour snooze fest. Anyway, let's do this.
Well, phyto estrogens. Anyway, let's listen to Dark Brandon's speech. That is, if nothing else, let's say it's a terrible look. How about that? If nothing else,
it's also really boring.
Okay, two things. One, as I said in the last time we went over this, if Donald Trump had done the exact same thing, quote unquote, Dark Brandon is doing right now, these two would be over the fucking moon with it. They'd be absolutely excited that Donald Trump is doing this. They would be proclaiming that this is the most based and edgy thing Donald Trump has ever done in his presidency. Oh, and another thing I would like to add, I know Aydin and Spoon's here just can't get over the fact that there's some red lighting where Joe Biden is standing right now. But Mr. Destiny, Stephen Bonnell, the man Aydin Paladin has claimed for many, many years was the first person to dox her. He had let out a tweet earlier showing a picture of the whole area, the whole venue where this was taking place, and it turns out on the sides there was blue lights. It wasn't just the red light you see before you. It's actually two blue lights. So yeah, once again, Aydin Paladin got owned by a fucking midget.
Yeah, for the most part.
Because it is the same thing over
same shit he
and
always
over
says.
and over again.
Yeah, but let's hear it.
Have a seat. Thank you. I speak to you tonight from sacred ground in America.
Yeah, that red light is really sacred.
This is where America made its Declaration of Independence to
Again,
the world.
also on the anniversary of World War II starting.
Okay, I really just can't understand exactly why Aydin Paladin is really taking issue with the fact that Joe Biden is doing a speech on why we as Americans must defend our democracy on the anniversary the Nazis invaded Poland. I just can't comprehend it. It doesn't make sense to me. If it makes sense to you and you have your own theories as to why Aydin Paladin is bitching about Joe Biden doing this speech about preserving democracy on the anniversary of the invasion of Poland by the Nazis, please do let me know in the comment section below, because I'm fucking confused.
By the way, you don't find it funny that the ending song to this, they played God Save the Queen?
I know, dude. I couldn't believe it.
I'm gonna start off by declaring the independence, and then play God Save the Queen.
Okay. I know Tweedledee and Tweedledumbass here are highly convinced that just because you hear one song that sounds like the UK national anthem automatically makes it out to be the UK national anthem, but in reality that's not the song they fucking played at the end of the speech. As it turns out, there is a song with a similar, it sounds similar to God Save the Queen, but it's actually My Country 'Tis of Thee. It's a very popular American patriotic song. Like, if the United States were to ever get rid of the Star Spangled Banner for whatever reason as its national anthem, there's a very good chance My Country 'Tis of Thee is going to be, the next anthem. I mean, you can even hear this song being played at like presidential funerals and shit like that. I think the guy who wrote My Country 'Tis of Thee would later write, God Save the King or Queen. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, this whole idea that United States would start playing God Save the Queen at the end of the speech, it's just false. It's just My Country 'Tis of Thee. The only thing that's similar is just how the way the song sounds.
Is he declaring himself? I mean, is that the message? Is that the message that this is your monarch now? Hey, look, guys, that's not what we asked for.
He's not a monarch.
Okay, I'm legit still confused about why these two dumbasses would legit think Biden would proclaim why Biden would decide to play the fucking God Save the Queen anthem at the end of the speech when it's been known that Joe Biden is proud to be Irish and supports Irish reunification. It seems kind of fucking stupid that an Irish nationalist like Joe Biden would want to play, the English national anthem at the end of his speech on why we must protect and defend American democracy.
He's gay as hell.
No shit.
This is where we set in motion the most extraordinary experiment of self-government the world has ever known.
How's it turning out?
With three simple words. We the people. We the people. These two documents and the ideas they embody, equality and democracy, are the rock upon which this nation is built.
It's not, by the way, but okay.
They're how we became the greatest nation on earth.
No, it's liberty.
I was going to say liberty is what built you, not equality. Yeah. Equality doesn't build shit.
Fuck equality. Equality under the law.
Fuck equality. Fuck equality. Comic from Aydin Paladin, a Jew, a bisexual Jewish woman that has burnt the coal on more than one occasion. Fuck equality. Fuck equality from the bisexual Jewish coal burner. Just fuck equality, guys. Fuck equality.
To a certain degree, but that was not what the founding fathers meant at all. To be able to vote, you had to be a white landowning male. Okay, that's not equality.
A society of equality is a society that's.
Holy shit, Aydin Paladin is sounding like a fucking liberal right now. Well, how could there be equality in the United States if the founding fathers intended that the only people that should be allowed to vote are white male landowners? Jesus fucking Christ. The people on Kiwi Farms were right. The people on our Encyclopedia Dramatica page were right. The people on our fucking 8chan threads were right. Aydin Paladin is a right-wing SJW. Holy shit. Oh, honey, you're not really doing a good job making sure that mask doesn't slip there, honey. Oof.
Prize for nothing.
Yeah.
You want to build a prosperous society, then you let people do whatever the hell they want. The second you say, I've said this before, but I want to make...
You want to build a prosperous society, then let people do whatever the hell they want. Well, you heard it here, folks. Spoon apparently has no problem with people molesting children and animals. He said it himself, you want to build a prosperous society, let people do whatever the fuck they want. So you heard the man. If you want to fuck kids, and you want to fuck animals, and Spoon's warped view of things, you can go right ahead. Because in the end, it really doesn't matter. As long as our society is nice and prosperous. So you go out there and you fuck those kids, little Timmy. You're going to be contributing to the prosperity of our great civilization. Because that's what Spoons believes.
Like, imagine if you had a society, this is going to sound a bit weird, the right-leaning society is, imagine a big society, and there's a wall around them, and you had cannons aiming outside the city. That's the right city. Like, the one thing government should do, defend the land. If it's a left-leaning city,
the government does more than just protecting the land, right? You know that, right? There's more to government than just defending people from invaders, right? Okay, the Roman Empire didn't become one of the greatest empires known to man based solely on its military alone. Okay? There was a lot more to that than just, holy shit, it's got a kick-ass fucking army.
cannons are facing inward, and the second one person gets a one building a little bit higher than everybody else, the cannon shoots it. In the impression that money will rain from the smithereens, the cannon, and just filter down to the people, and then no one can ever build the one high tower again, because if they do, the camera's just going to shoot it down. That's how they view the world. They
Yeah, I
make
think
one
so.
cannon to just level anyone that gets above everybody else.
I mean, again, I've said it before. It's the Harrison Bergeron paradigm. That's what so much of the social justice stuff is just, tear everybody else down, because you can't build up people to be better than they have the capacity to be. We all have limits. That's
Okay, so Aydin Paladin is complaining about the social justice worldview. Meanwhile, not that long ago, she was just literally complaining that the founding fathers intended for straight white Christian landowning males to vote. I swear to fucking God, Aydin Paladin's political journey, it's just like a fucking game of Mad Libs. It's just like a fucking game of Cards Against Humanity. You never know what the fuck is gonna happen. But boy, oh boy, is it gonna be a fucking shit show regardless of what comes next.
the thing. Some people are great at some things and terrible at others.
Also, if you can't succeed above everybody else because someone is going to stop you if you get to a certain point, why would you try?
Yeah, good question.
I
I mean, why?
Okay, is Spoon seriously, trying to blackpill us right now? If someone above you is just gonna stomp on you and prevent you from exceeding in life, why even bother, bro? Why even bother, trying to make your life better, trying to be, do better against your peers and shit like that? You should be just a doomer like me, bro. Take that fucking black pill and just sit in your basement and cry all day, rather than do something productive and try to challenge yourself to become a better person. Nah, bro, that's for pussies. You should be a doomer like me, Spoons. The man who wholeheartedly believes that so long as people can do whatever the fuck they want with no consequences whatsoever, society will be a much better place. Even if it means having to molest children.
Why excel in anything? Because they'll just shut you down.
Yeah,
That's where we're at now. That's
Why excel at everything if it means people are just gonna shut you down, bro? Why continue to push yourself to do better at things? You should just fucking take the black pill and give up, bro. Take it from Aydin Paladin and Spoons.
we've been, tumbling toward at an extremely quick pace, because, again, when you look at young people, Zoomers and such, and you ask them, like, what do you want to do? It's like 80% of them or something say that they want to do some sort of social media thing or be an influencer. None of them want to have any kind of job. Very few of them want to do or create anything.
The reason why most of these fucking Zoomers want to be goddamn social media influencers is because they see other social media influencers like PewDiePie and Markiplier and the rest, and they think that this shit is legit easy. And who can fucking blame them? You don't think I would love nothing more than to sit on my fat ass all fucking day on a goddamn computer, making videos and doing live streams, pointing and laughing at idiots like Spoons and Aydin and the rest of the merry band of locals I normally talk about and get paid to do it? I would do it in a heartbeat if I didn't have fucking morals. That's the reason why you see all these fucking Zoomers wanting to be social media influencers. Because they see other people do it, they see that the people they look up to are doing it, and they think, hey, if this fuck nugget can just post pictures on Instagram all day and get $1 million fucking dollars, then why can't I?
I mean, I can't say
and I
shit
mean,
on
like,
that front.
again, we can't say too much shit. Neither of us can on that front either, right?
I
But
would.
Well, I mean, you certainly can. I mean, it's not like your fucking audience. It's not like your fucking brain dead pay pigs are ever gonna call you out for being fucking hypocrites or anything. God forbid that would have happened.
I didn't do this willingly. I was told to by two people.
well, I mean, I was working on my piece.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Spoon was totally convinced by 2 fucking people to make YouTube videos where he's a cartoon Spoon and making Let's Go Brandon poems. It was external factors that convinced Spoon to do this. It totally wasn't Spoon's own decision to do it. No. It was external factors that made him do the Let's Go Brandon poem, not internal factors. Okay, Spoon, whatever you need to say to, to help you sleep at night.
PhD, and then it got in some shit, and then politically,
I was thought to be.
Really? Because the last time I checked, if I remember correctly, you had done an interview a couple of years back, and you had said that your own father basically told you to shut the fuck up and make a fucking YouTube channel because you wouldn't stop pestering your father about why illegals are just fucking terrible people. That's what I remember about your little origins there and how you were inspired by Mr. Menaker, Naked Ape, and Crown T to make your own YouTube channel.
Fair though,
Up here.
I have been told by everyone who's ever met me or just heard my voice, just heard me talk to Sven, if you don't do something with your voice, you're wasting your life. That's the overwhelming consensus. Like your voice, like your.
Okay, so first we went from 2 people convinced Spoons to make a YouTube channel and to do something on the internet. Now we're going to everyone that Spoons has ever interacted with in his own fucking life have convinced him to do something with his voice. Is this guy like the fucking Joker? Where his origin story is just fucking multiple choice? Because that's what it seems like to me.
Money is with the voice. If you don't do something with that, then I don't know what you're doing, but it's no. Your voice is like, okay, so apparently the voice is my future. So I don't do anything to damage the vocals except drink copious amounts of whiskey and beer is what I'm doing right now.
Well,
So he tries not to do everything that he can within his power not to destroy his quote-unquote angelic voice here. But meanwhile, he decides he's going to drink copious amounts of whiskey and beers. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what alcohol really does to the voice box. I can't imagine it does anything good to it. I really can't imagine, being an alcoholic is going to do wonders for your voice box, but what would I know?
there you go. Real quick, well, before I forget, Slayer P3 for 2 says this could just be the stage for false flags. Yeah,
Oh God, yes, absolutely.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. This dude who sent this fucking $2 super chat in has got to be the biggest fucking idiot around. Excluding Aydin Paladin and Spoons, of course. Joe Biden doing a speech on why we must preserve and defend our democracy now more than ever, being the catalyst for future false flag attacks. How? How does it make sense? Does it make sense to you who are watching this video right now? Because it don't make sense to me.
without, I don't know if you saw, but they had the Patriot Front people out the other day. I've got a video of them training So I'm sure we're going to hear more about Patriot Front, a group that just appeared out of nowhere that
And they look
that
really
has a
cringe
whole
and gay.
bunch of members who are all dressed identical.
You know, it's funny how people like it's funny how people like Aiden say that the Patriot Front just came out of nowhere. But couldn't the argument be made that stuff like the Proud Boys or QAnon came out of nowhere too? Couldn't you make that argument against those two as well as the Patriot Front? Or hell, maybe let's even throw in the Boogaloo Boys or even the Groypers. You think the mainstream media, you think normies knew what the fuck a Groyper was, or a Boogaloo Boy, or a Proud Boy, or a Patriot Front, or QAnon was until very recently? I don't think so.
But no one can find any like forums where they congregate. They've just set up and have been this incredibly organized.
You see what I mean?
Nice try.
Okay, Aiden says that they don't use any forms whatsoever, but what makes you think they aren't using any other forms of communication to try to get into contact with each other? What makes you think there aren't secret Telegram accounts somewhere out there where these Patriot Front members are getting into contact with one another? I mean, shit, what makes you think they're not contacting each other on the Daily Stormer? Or what was the other one? Stormfront? Or any other of these old niche neo-Nazi websites that have been underground? They say you say you don't see them on forums, but how do you know they don't contact each other anywhere else?
You see, this is what I mean. If you look at the current regime and the people in it and what they do, they don't look competent at all. They look disturbingly stupid.
By the way, I don't think that my point is I don't think this is actually scary. I think Biden intended for this to be scary, though.
Oh, is it? You think this is his game?
How is Joe Biden, a late 70s-year-old man who confuses his wife for his sister and his sister for his wife, probably on more than one occasion, have the mental capacity to make a speech all about why we must preserve and defend our democracy as Americans now more than ever? How would he try to make this scary? The only people it would ever really seem to terrify in regards to the speech are the men and women who really do not enjoy democracy and would love nothing more than to see democracy destroyed. Possibly for an absolute monarchist to take power like these two here clearly fucking want.
I think he meant for this to be scary, yeah. Well, whoever set this up intended for this to be scary. You've got two Marines in the background, in shadow, and he's got his red lights on, and he's talking about the traitors essentially in the U.S. government.
It would be scary if he wasn't frail as shit.
Well, that's what I mean. He can't actually pull it off.
Yeah,
I think his handlers though.
Scary though.
Okay, so you say, this speech that Biden is trying to put on right now was supposed to be scary, but at the same time, you don't think it's supposed to be scary because Biden is frail and weak and dumb. Which is it? Is the speech supposed to be fucking scary and terrifying? Or is it not supposed to be scary and terrifying because Biden is a senile moron? You can't pick both. You have to go with option A or option B.
I'm again, it's hilarious because of how bizarre it is.
Yeah, that's why.
But I do think that he meant for this to be scary.
It doesn't work though. I do like the way that his hair is parted just to make it like he has hair, but the second he turns around, it's like a giant ball sponge, like you said. It just looks. Every time he walks away like he's like.
This is legit all they fucking got now. They really can't come up with any sound, logical arguments other than this is supposed to be scary, and they combed Biden's hair in a certain way so people won't realize he's balding. This is literally the fucking arguments these two have come up with. Hey, did I ever mention people legit give these two fucking Nutter Butters money? Did I ever tell you that? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can't take questions because I'll get in trouble. That's what's not scary. Because
Oh, I know.
yes, because he literally says, I can't do this, I'll get in trouble. Like,
It's so weird, right?
you're not the one actually.
What? Okay, are they implying that Joe Biden, the mid to late 70s-year-old president of the United States, is secretly a child? Because what they just said, it sounds like something a fucking child would say. I'm sorry, mister, I can't tell you. My mommy says I'll get in trouble if I tell you. Do you expect me to believe that this is something you would exactly hear the President of the United States say? Or do you expect me to believe that is something what a fucking child would say? Personally, I'm gonna go with the fucking former rather than the latter, but what would I know?
Charge of the regime. That's
No
why.
shit.
That's why it's not terrifying.
I know. He's an old senile man who barely knows where he is, if he knows that at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, he's an old senile man who is very dumb and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Meanwhile, he apparently knows how to make a speech all about democracy sound very, very scary and intimidating.
DRT is king for $5 says we all know that they're lying. They know, we know, but they can only win if we do nothing. That is true.
Yeah.
But again, don't do it.
Aydin's
Terrorism.
attitude.
Obviously, look, I'm just.
I am going to mock you until you grow a pair.
Is Spoon implying he's going to keep mocking Aydin Paladin until Aydin Paladin believes that being a domestic right-wing terrorist is fine when it comes to dealing with the Biden presidency? Is that what Spoons is trying to do right now? Is Spoons seriously trying to gain Aydin Paladin on the domestic terrorist trade right now? What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Still hearing an echo for you. I
do not want my co-host to be black-pilled and gay. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I don't want my co-host to be black-pilled and gay. What's wrong, Aydin? Being a domestic terrorist is cool. Come on, join the cool kids clan. Start running around and start blowing up federal buildings. Ted Kaczynski will be proud. Okay.
Huh?
Say yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this. I have no idea how there could even be echo. It doesn't even make any logical sense. Hang on, I'm checking.
It's not the audio is it on Discord.
Yeah, I
don't know how though.
It doesn't make any logical sense.
We're watching a Biden video. Nothing makes sense, Aydin.
Guys, there's actually no way for you to hear the echo.
Too late. She's already gay.
There is no way. There is no way for you to hear an echo.
No,
so
it's not
it is
my end.
physically impossible. Like so, it is physically impossible, but it's still happening apparently. So I'm not gonna be able to answer that. So sorry about that. There's literally nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say there's definitely an echo on my end. I believe that is just bullshit. I believe that's just a way for Aydin to avoid having to be completely on board with Spoon's a domestic terrorist supporter over here. You know, that could just be me.
I can do because there is nothing at all that would cause it. I mean, I can hang up and try to call you back, but I don't know. I doubt that would work. Let's just get back into Brandon.
Yeah, I don't think that would work either, because if you did that, then that means Spoon would have the entirety of the fucking stream to ramble on about why domestic terrorism is pretty based, and why even if you're a child molester, you're still a productive member of society.
Thing.
They're why For more than 2 centuries, America has been a beacon to the world. But as I stand here tonight, equality and democracy are under assault. We do ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. So tonight, I've come to this place where it all began to speak as plainly as I can to the nation about the threats we face, about the power we have in our own hands to meet these threats.
Can you stop it for a second?
Yeah.
I'm going to be the great unifier. So the first thing I'm going to do is scare the shit out of you.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's the bizarre thing about that is that, yeah, I'm the great unifier, so I'm going to scare the shit out of everybody. What the fuck?
Okay, again, how can Joe Biden make this thing scary if he's supposed to be a senile old idiot that doesn't know what he's doing? And again, what is so scary about the President of the United States hosting a speech where he discussed why we, as Americans, need to protect our democracy now more than ever? What is so scary about that? The only people, again, that should be fucking terrified about this are the people like Aydin and Spoons who would love to see nothing more than democracy to get thrown out the window in favor of some weird, dystopian, absolute monarch, authoritarian form of government.
Dude.
It's like, dude, who are you scared of? You're scared of people who just want to be left alone to grill. Like,
Yeah.
the people want nothing.
Yeah. The people Biden is apparently scared of just want to be left alone to grill. Unless, of course, their orange god king loses an election, then otherwise, fuck this shit, we're gonna go grab our AR-15s and we're gonna start some shit. Yeah.
The people hate you and they want you to fuck off. This is like, please leave me alone. You are terrible at governing. I hate your government. Please get the hell away from me. Go away. Those are not people that are terrifying. Those are people that just want to be left alone.
Yeah,
Stop
exactly.
telling me.
They want to be left alone, meanwhile they would love nothing more than for Biden to get out of the White House as soon as possible, and will probably do whatever they can within their power to ensure Biden leaves the White House before the next presidential election.
What to do? That's it. Like, that's not a threat to you.
I'm going to turn him up a little faster.
Lies in front of us, if only we choose it. We must never forget.
Now it sounds like he took
We the
Hunter's
people.
drugs.
Yeah, now he's a little bit too fast. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, 2.5's all right.
Are the true heirs of the American experiment that began more than 2 centuries.
You know, someone was yelling at him the whole time.
yeah.
He's in the megaphone. Yeah, calling him. What was he calling him? Brandon or I can't remember.
He was
what
either saying
yelling at him.
Brandon or fuck Joe Biden.
I think he was saying, yeah.
Years ago,
Let's go, Brandon.
we the people have burning inside of each of us the flame of liberty that was lit here at Independence Hall.
By the way, this is so cliche
Flame.
shit.
That's what I mean. Most of it's just fluff.
It's just such fluff gay shit.
Yeah.
You heard it here from the two absolute monarchists, folks. It's gay shit for the President of the United States of America to do a speech in which he claims we must defend and protect our democracy now more than ever.
He had Command and Conquer backdrop neon suspenders. Absolutely, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. You know what I don't get, right? If you look at it, if you have the capacity to make these big lights, why don't you just have like the American?
Okay, I know they just made a Command and Conquer reference, but the last time I checked, the Soviet Union in the game wasn't really big about democracy. You know, I don't think Premier Tim Curry was really obsessed about democracy and the freedoms and shit like that. I think it was more concerned about going into space to avoid capitalism.
American flag. Why does it need to be this daunting?
Well, because it's blue right outside. It's blue right when they zoom out on other side of him, on the other side of the red. There's blue, but red is a. There's research on this. It actually increases aggressive feelings. Okay.
Is that orange?
Well, orange can as well because it's close to red. You have contrasting and complementary.
Oh, so they fucking acknowledged that there was two blue lights in the fucking background. That it's not just this fucking red. You know what? On this whole topic of, red supposedly being an aggressive color, maybe the whole purpose of the fucking red lighting is to highlight the seriousness that American democracy is under threat. Once we get to the 30-minute mark, this is where I'm gonna have to end the video because holy shit, I really just cannot take many more of these fucking clowns, at least for right now. Once again, if you do want me to continue to go over this train wreck of a live stream, please do let me know in the comment section below. I don't know if we're gonna get any more juicy tidbits from these two. I mean, I don't know what else we can get from Spoons. I mean, it's already clear he really wants Aydin Paladin to be pro-domestic terrorism. So I don't know what else we can get from him.
Colors. Orange is complementary is blue, red's complement is green, etc. But yeah, the red it increases like anger, anxiety. It makes people nervous. If you had to put a color behind him, why the hell didn't you make it blue? If it was gonna, you have that right next to it. Just make this one blue and then put the red next to him. What? Blue is a calming color, a soothing color.
Yeah.
No, they had to have known how this.
When the President of the United States is doing a fucking speech about why American democracy is under threat, he shouldn't be using calm colors. Can you just imagine if Joe Biden was doing this exact speech but using calm colors? That'd be fucking all over him. They'd be saying, well, why is Biden, why is Brandon here doing a speech about why democracy is under threat, meanwhile the background colors is calm colors. It doesn't look like old Brandon here's taking this whole thing seriously.
Would look, because this is like most basic color theory. So that's why I said I think this was intentional. And again, I think the intent is to scare people. Of course, everyone on Earth is laughing at this. But
Abolition, the Civil War, suffrage, the Great Depression, world wars, civil rights.
All stopped by Democrats.
Still burns.
yeah.
Now in our time.
Well, some of them were supposed to be good things, but he.
Okay, just out of my curiosity, who was it that Lyndon B. Johnson, he signed the Civil Rights Act into law. Just out of my curiosity, which political party was he a member of again? Which political party was Lyndon B. Johnson, the President of the United States, who signed the Civil Rights Act into law? Which political party was he a member of again? I can't remember.
Something good and bad things, so.
Yeah.
We build an America that is more prosperous, free, and just.
I think they turned. Did you notice they turned the light on? Did you notice they turned the light on behind him to light up the front of this building more? A white light. See, it was black before.
Oh yeah.
10:31. They just turned it on. I think someone must have been like.
Okay, once again, they literally have no real arguments when it comes to his speech, so now they're just having to go to low-hanging fruit. Oh, Joe Biden's trying to scare us. Oh, look at the red light, it's scary. Oh, look at the two Marines, standing there in the background in the shadows. Oh, how scary. Oh, look, now they're turned on the light in the background. Now it's all white, before it was black. This is all they fucking got.
Holy shit. This looks so weird and scary. Yeah. Can we at least turn it?
Holy shit, this looks weird and scary. They turned on a light in the background. Truly terrifying stuff. I mean, who turns on lights? Truly terrifying stuff.
Another light on so that he's not in front of black. Because he looks like, it looks straight out of V for Vendetta.
By the way, the fact that only one light is working is such an indication of his whole regime.
I know.
Oh man, epic going right there. Just because one light apparently is working, that is a complete and total representation of the Biden regime. Okay.
It's a good analogy.
That is the work of my presidency. A mission I believe in with my whole soul.
Speaking of the goal,
you don't have a soul. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. You sold that to Moloch a long time ago.
Yes.
Speaking of which, though, the goal of his presidency.
I was wondering how long it would take for them to proclaim that Biden is an agent of the devil. Took a bit longer than I expected, actually.
Wasn't the whole reason that centrists and even center-leaning Republicans were told that they needed to not vote for Trump and instead vote for Joe Biden is because Donald Trump was dividing the country and causing hatred and animosity and making people despise each other and increasing the partisanship. And Joe Biden would be the better pick because he wouldn't divide people. And here he is about to call 74 million people, or heavily imply that they're all terrorists and fascists.
By the way, I can say
Maybe it's because these 74 million people firmly believe that the 2020 election was stolen and that the events on January 6th were totally justified, and maybe that these 74 million fucking people also believe that the best way to save America, in their eyes, is to have themselves an armed revolution, to have themselves a civil fucking war. Maybe Joe Biden's running the fucking money with this. I don't know.
this now, and I don't care if this reaches him. Sitch, that was a stupid thing to do.
Oh, because he wasn't the only one. Tons of people did that.
No,
it wasn't.
No, I will have a go at Sitch specifically because Sitch is smarter than this stupid shit. Apparently not.
Okay, I don't know who the fuck this Sitch person is that Spoons is throwing a fucking temper tantrum with, but as I said, I am a man of my word. We have reached the 30-minute mark. This is where I'm gonna have to end this video. Holy shit, this was a fucking train wreck, and there's even is more to come. Remember, this is a 3-hour fucking stream, and I'm already 30 minutes into this goddamn train wreck. And boy, oh boy, did we get a whole lot from this short amount of time I went over this. But as I said, this is where I'm going to end the video, so do let me know if you want a part 3 to this. I can imagine someone will want a part 3 or someone wanted a part 2. But until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.